My name is Craig L. Rivers. I am principal of Mergenthaler Vocational Technical High School. I welcome you today as we celebrate our new school-based health center. We can clap for that. Currently, you are standing in the largest high school in Baltimore City. We currently service about 1,629 students this week. But we service students from all zip codes here in Baltimore City. And so this resource that is coming here to MERVO is actually strengthening students all over Baltimore City. So we are very excited about this opportunity. I would like to extend a special thank you to MERVO's baking students. They are responsible for the refreshments that we have here. And also our Navy Junior, and also the Navy Junior Reserve Officers Training Corps for their parking assistance. I will be introducing today's guest speakers, and thank you for coming to this important event. I would like to first introduce Ms. Shirley Sutton, CEO and President of Baltimore Medical System, to say a few words.
Thank you so much. You know, I'm standing here and I can hardly keep my breath because this is a long time coming for BMS, and this is a big day for us for sure. So welcome all of you. I'm so glad you're able to join us for the official formal grand opening of MERVO School-Based Health Center. You know, Baltimore Health System have been providing school-based health services for over 31 years, and we're grateful to have the opportunity to do so. To partner with the city is one of our biggest goals, always has been, but our goal is to continue working with the children of Baltimore to keep them healthy and smart. So we are committed to making the students here feel their best so that they can realize their full potential of life. It is our privilege to do so, and I thank you for coming to help us celebrate this launch. We're looking to serve 4,500 students in 2018, and we're proud that MERVO is on the list of our now 8 school-based health centers. We're very, very happy about that. Dr. Eileen Tyler, our medical director for school-based health, Judy Lockett, and their team. They're ready. Shovel ready is over now. We're ready to take on the students and provide the high-quality care that we do in our health centers. Obviously, we can't accomplish this without the support of our partners and friends. And I want to say something about Principal Rivers, because I came here, oh my goodness, 2 years ago, and in talking with him, and we were running down the list of things that we wanted, you know, we always have this big list, his response was, "We can do it. What do you need?" So thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And without saying, I want to thank Honorable Catherine Pugh, Mayor of the City of Baltimore, Mr. Jack Young, President of Baltimore City Council, Dr. Leanna Nguyen, Commissioner of Health, Baltimore City Health Department, Dr. Sonja Santalese, thank you so much. I really appreciate you allowing us to bring MERVO into our fold. And also Ms. Francine Childs, Assistant Commissioner of School Health, Baltimore City Health Department. Without you, we wouldn't be here today. Thank you so much. And I can't go without saying thank you to Ms. Louise Fink, Director of Home and Hospital Health Services, Baltimore City Public Schools, Elisa Mizu, Health Services Specialist, Maryland State Department of Education. I want to also give thanks out to one of our board members, Eric Thompson from BB&T, because his funding support was instrumental in helping us launch today. I also want to thank SPG Contracting for your support, the great work. The suite looks wonderful. And to Kirill Apostolo and the BMS facilities team. Thank you all so very, very much. We really, really appreciate all that you do to support us, to help us. This is number 8 of our school-based health centers, and we're hoping to soon make number 9. Thanks again.
Next, I would like to introduce the Honorable Catherine E. Pugh, Mayor of the City of Baltimore. Mayor Pugh was sworn in as the 50th Mayor of the City of Baltimore on December 6, 2016. Mayor Pugh has served on the Baltimore City Council, in the Maryland House of Delegates, and as the Majority Leader of the Maryland Senate. Mayor Pugh is the founder of the Baltimore Design School, a public school, and is the founder of the Baltimore Marathon. Mayor Pugh is a successful businesswoman and is the author of a series of children's books and an inspirational book of poetry. Mayor Pugh holds an undergraduate degree and an MBA from Morgan State University. And she may not admit this, but she was a graduation speaker here at MERVO. An accomplishment I know she wanted to add it here. So one of those accomplishments you just have to talk about. But please help me welcome Mayor Pugh.
So I want you to know that, Mr. Rivers, that when I pulled up, that was the first thing I said was that I was a graduation speaker right here at MERVO, and it gives me a great honor and privilege just to be here this afternoon. And as the founder of Baltimore Design School, Mr. President, one of the things that I made sure we had when we built our school was a health suite. So we have one of the first health suites in the city when we built that school. But I also want to give a shout out to our President of City Council, and I hope he shares a few words with us, because this is what we vision for Baltimore City. We ought to make sure that our children can get the kind of help that they need medically, and all of the services that they need can be right here in our school system. And thank you for being an anchor in our community to provide those kinds of services, as you said, to students from around the city, and it makes us proud. I'm so grateful to the Baltimore medical system for actually making this a reality for schools throughout the city of Baltimore, because what this does is it gives us another leg up on how we make sure we take care of our children. Taking care of our children should be our top priority in this city, whether it is their health, their mental condition, their education, and that's what this particular institution right here will do. Not only will they educate our children, they'll make sure that they're physically and mentally taken care of as well. That is so important. Now, as you had said, this is the 8th school, yes. And I heard you. And you know, people want to talk about the kind, you know, whether you're in poverty or not, it doesn't matter. Everybody deserves quality health care, and that's what's going to happen here. Pharmacy services are being provided, asthma treatment can be provided, and children no longer have to miss days to get to a doctor. Parents don't have to worry as much, them taking off from work in order to take care of the health of their children. Everything is right here on site at the school. So I want to applaud the effort that is being made right here in our own school system. This is what should be happening everywhere. Taking care of our children, priority number 1. So I applaud the principal, I applaud the medical system, I applaud everyone and anyone and everybody and anything that had anything to do with the success of this venue right here today, serving our young people. Thank you so much. Mr. President, would you come up and just share a few words, please?
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'd like to say good evening to everyone. And I was telling Dr. Tyler that this reminds me of KIPP School, because they have the same type of setup. And she was sharing with me how some of the athletes that need to get their physicals done really don't have to go to the doctors. They can get them done here. So I want to thank the principal. I want to thank the Baltimore medical system and everyone that had anything to do with making sure we get these health suites in our schools. Like the mayor said, they don't have to miss time from class. They can come down and get their temperatures checked. If they have an asthma, they can come in and get their pumps, and their whole total health care can be taken care of right here under this one roof. And one thing that, I don't know who said it to me in there, they said they would like to expand it so that the community could come in, but it's being a school and only one access to the school, that was really impossible. And that really spoke volumes to me that they wanted to extend medical care to people outside of this community. And they also said that if people don't have insurance, they still want to take care of. And they still gonna make sure that they get their medicines from the pharmacy. These are the little questions I be asking off the cuff just to find out if they really gonna do what they say they're gonna do. But anyway, I'm so happy that you all are in this school. And I did mention this, Mayor Pugh and Dr. Santelias. If we are able to get the slot money dedicated to our schools, that we would look at how we can use some of that money for these health suites and getting more counselors into our schools where our kids could really, really have a good chance of getting into college when they have counselors that can really talk to them about all the possibilities that they can have, filling out the FAFSA, letting them know about everything that's out there. So I'm hoping that we can look at that money to do those kind of things. Thank you.
And last but not least, and I have to get this right, this is my boss. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, sorry. Oh, right. I messed up already. So I would like to now introduce Dr. Lena Nguyen, the Commissioner of Health in Baltimore. Dr. Nguyen runs America's oldest health department, founded in 1793. Dr. Nguyen is a practicing ER doctor and a passionate patient and community advocate. Please welcome Dr. Nguyen.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you to Mayor Pugh, to Council President Young, of course, to Dr. Santelias and Principal Rivers, and Shirley Sutton, CEO of BMS. I also want to thank, and I shouldn't be here alone, I want to ask our school health team, everyone from the Baltimore City Health Department, to please come and join me here, because all of you are the reasons why we're here, working with all of our partners. Thank you so much for spearheading the work. Deputy Commissioner Olivia Farrow, it would be, please join us as well. All right, so, you know, I actually had the opportunity right before we came here to, right before we started here, to take a tour of the school-based health center here, and I saw the pictures from 2 or 3 years ago. There was a picture from 3 years ago with Francine Childs, our Assistant Commissioner for School Health, and she looks the same as she does now. I can't tell the difference, but I think it's a labor of love, right, that we're all here today. And so I really want to commend our team and all of our partners for being here. So I'm so happy to be here to celebrate the opening of a new school-based health center. The Baltimore City Health Department oversees school health services at every one of our schools. Every year, there are over 300,000 visits to school health suites, which are staffed by nurses and nurse aides. They can provide a basic level of care, like wound care if a child scrapes her knee, or administering an inhaler for the child who has asthma. But often, students need a higher level of care from a physician or from a nurse practitioner. And these students can get care in a school-based health center, which delivers primary care services for acute and chronic conditions, and also reproductive health services. The Baltimore City Health Department currently oversees 15 school-based health centers. These school-based health centers are part of the network of primary care and increasing healthcare access in our city, as Council President Young had mentioned. And of course, today we're glad to welcome our 16th school-based health center here at MERVO. So here's why these health services in the schools are so important. First, we know that if children are ill, they can't learn and focus in schools. Physical health and mental health services are so important not only for health, but also for education. Second, a core principle of public health is meeting people wherever it is that they are. By having health services in our schools, parents don't have to miss work to pick up their kids and take them to the doctor's offices or pick up medications, and children, critically, don't have to miss class. And that's why I'm so thrilled about the opening of a school-based health center here in MERVO, which will now be able to provide enhanced services to all of our students. That includes delivering vaccines, performing screenings for depression and substance use, managing chronic diseases like diabetes and asthma, and providing the full range of reproductive health services. I want to end with a quote from the late Nelson Mandela, who said that there can be no keener revelation of a society's soul than the way in which it treats its children. And I want to thank Mayor Pugh and all of our partners for your commitment to improving health and ensuring well-being of all of our children. Thank you.
All right, let me try this again. I would like to now introduce Dr. Sonia Brookins Santelises, Chief Executive Officer of the Baltimore City Public Schools. Dr. Santelises has spent close to 30 years focused on building high-quality teaching and learning to help students excel, including her tenure as Chief Academic Officer for Baltimore City Public Schools from 2010 to 2013. Please welcome my boss, Dr. Santelises.
Good afternoon, everyone. And I want you to know I turned to Dr. Wen when Mr. Rivers quoted that 30 years and went, oh my God, it went so fast. But it is truly a pleasure to be with you today, to be here at MERVO to celebrate the opening of this, our newest and latest school-based health center. I want to thank our partners at the Baltimore medical system. I also want to thank, and Francine Childs, whenever I come in, she asks me, so how you doing, Doc? And she makes sure that I'm doing okay. And the great part when Francine asks is I know that she's asking both for me personally, but also medically. And I know that if I got a pain somewhere, I can also tell her that is also the case. But Francine has been a long time advocate for city schools, and then Dr. Lena Wen, and clearly City Council President and Mayor Pugh for their continued advocacy on behalf of Baltimore City's young people. I will just say that Principal Rivers was one of the principals that sat on one of our first blueprint committees when we rolled out the blueprint for student success within city schools. After months of community feedback. And one of the things that came across loud and clear, and Principal Rivers heard it, and I know he believes it passionately, which is why it truly is poetic justice that this school-based health center is here, and that is our commitment to educate whole children, whole students, young people for whom they are more than just the book they might carry to class. They are more than just their test score. What they are young people who feel, who experience. They are young people who need their physical well-being, their mental health and well-being intact if they are going to be all that they can be. And so the fact that this school, with a leader that actually helped us build out the idea of student wholeness as a district-wide theme, is the principal of the school that is now hosting our 16th, was that true, Dr. Wen, 16th School-Based Health Center in the city of Baltimore, I think is quite fitting. And so what I would say, and I would echo what the mayor said, what the council president said, we really need to shift the celebration of things that really as being an outlier. I am not seeing this school-based health center as an outlier or something that's special. It is really the example of what all young people in Baltimore City should have. All Baltimore City students should be able to come in to the school, which is still in many of our communities the longest standing institution. It is the place where families gather, where generations are built, and how appropriate it is that this would also be a place where young people, families know that their physical and mental health needs are also being taken care of. So I want to thank all of the various partners, Louise Fink, who continually pops into my office and says, we're on the right track, we're talking about young people, and their health is being important. And I want to thank everyone here because it's clear that your presence here today says that you believe the same thing. So for the whole team, who's going to be staffing the health center? Are folks here? They're going to be staffing it? I thought so. I want to give you looked like you were because you were kind of over in the corner. We weren't sure. I want to say thank you in advance. Thank you in advance for taking care of our young people like I know that you would take care of your own because they are our best and they are our brightest. And so thank you for all you will do to bring this added level of service and support for our young people. And with that, I will turn it back over to Principal Rivers. Thank you all.
So thank you to our speakers and guests for joining us today. We will now have the ribbon cutting and a tour of the health center. Please join us.
3, 2, 1.